Oh
And we're
my
live.
God.
What is going on, everyone? Active Sin here. We're back for another week of Team Red Talks Nintendo. This is episode 70. We're getting closer to episode 100.
Yeah.
We got a good show for you today. We got a lot of cool topics. E3 is around the corner. We will do E3 predictions on a different show, possibly next week, maybe the week after. We'll see, but it'll definitely be before E3, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. So why don't we introduce ourselves? Start with you, Nia.
What is good, everybody? It is your girl, Nia, the video game her. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so this is probably about as loud as I can get, so you guys bear with me, please. I haven't really had much going on with me, man. Like, it's the end of the school year, and I'm just trying to survive. Tomorrow's the last day of school, and like my body is absolutely exhausted. Are we doing the what we've been playing segment yet, or are we gonna do that later, or what?
Yeah, you can do that now too.
I haven't been playing anything because my body's been so exhausted, and I've been having back problems again, so y'all know how that goes. So yeah, man, summer starts for me officially after Friday, because on Friday we have like this big like district-wide celebration for the end of the year, so I'll be able to game hard body because, you know, I'll be off work, and it's just, I am so ready. Like, y'all don't even know. I'm so ready to just have hours on top of hours to just play video games. It's gonna be amazing.
That sounds good. Coupon, why don't you tell the people what you've been up to?
I'm tired, but yeah, what have I been up to? Just kind of doing my thing, getting my hustle on, working on and off. As far as gaming, I've been playing. I'm still on like God of War. I'm still trying to fuck these Valkyries up. It's fun as hell. I don't know, but I've been doing a little bit of Overwatch. They got a new event out right now, their anniversary event. So I've been kind of back and forth with that. Going through a little bit of my backlog that I got as far as games are concerned, because you know me, sometimes I play a game, then I get distracted by another, and then another, and then another, and then the next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of games you ain't finished, and you just looking at them like, fuck it, I can't be bothered, but I want to finish them. That backlog, man, I swear. I think that's what I need to do when I stream again. I'm gonna do a backlog stream, and just try to knock out that shit. I'm gonna try and knock that shit out. Can you believe like I completely forgot all about Shadow Colossus in the mix of all this? I thought I finished it. And
that's wild.
Yeah, that's wild. But I mean, it's not something I need to finish since I already did beat it back in the day. But it's like still, it's an awesome game, and I wanted to experience its new flavor and whatnot. So yeah, backlog trekking is something that's going to be in the near future for some streams coming soon. But yeah, I'm excited. E3 around the corner, lots of speculation and leaks floating around. So, you know, it is what it is.
All right. Active Sin here. And what I've been playing, I was playing through Nier Automata. I did all 3 playthroughs, 9S, 2D, and A2. That's an awesome game. Definitely one of the best games of the generation. It's my number 2 game of the generation after Mario Odyssey. It's definitely worth the playthrough. I played it on PC because that's the best place to play it. But that game's incredible. I also finished Celeste on PC as well. Unforgiven gifted me that game. I'm glad I didn't buy it because it's not as good as people are saying it is. It's fun. It's just not amazing. It's definitely difficult, so if you're not good at platformers, you're gonna have a rough time, but I beat it in like 5 hours, so...
You talking about Celeste?
Yeah, Celeste.
Uh-oh, don't let Unforgiven hear you say that.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is the better game. Easily.
Here we go.
Way better game.
Here we go. Unforgiven, now is your time to speak up. And,
we're just gonna ban him. Ban Unforgiven.
Yeah. Just because the game was gifted to me doesn't mean I'm gonna lie about it. Alright, but other than that, just waiting on... What the hell am I gonna play next? I was gonna play State of Decay, but then I completely lost interest. So,
it happens.
Shout outs to that honest opinion there, buddy.
Hey, sometimes
it's not even worth the $10 Game Pass.
Oh my
wow,
god.
damn.
Do better, Microsoft, do better.
Where is the freaking sound effects?
Wah, wah. Other than that, I won something today. I'm very happy. I won a Ryzen 7 1800X processor today on a sweepstakes. So
Nice.
that's why we're a little late today, because I had to run down and go pick up my prize. So I'm very excited right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell this thing or just use it. Probably gonna end up selling it because the one I already have is good enough.
How much better is it
yeah.
than what you currently have?
Mine currently has 6 cores and 12 threads. This one is 8 cores and 16 threads.
I don't even know what I got. What's mine?
Yours is 4 and 4.
Okay, so is it better?
It's definite, yeah.
Look at Koopa
I'm
trying to get that hookup though.
I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to upgrade.
Shout out to Koopa. Oh my god, that finesse.
I just need to know. I don't care. I ain't shaving in my game. I went to the PC race. I gotta learn how to learn this jargon. He gonna help me at some point.
She was like, so you know we cool, right? So what's up with that processor?
I was gonna purchase it. I was just hoping for a slight discount.
That T-Red discount.
T-Red discount?
I was still gonna purchase it. I wasn't gonna do it wrong, but I was hoping for a little discount since it was one.
That is.
Oh damn!
Since he didn't win it.
That's hilarious. Oh
yeah. Other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna play next. Something will come up that catches my eye, but right now there's some games that came out on the Switch. We're gonna talk about it, and maybe one of those worth playing. Like for example, Wolverblade. The patch has finally gone live, version 1.1. It's going live tomorrow, and there's going to be a special price being offered. I already bought this game, so I don't get a special price. You guys have this game?
I do not have Wolverblade.
Oh,
now you can get it for a special price.
Nice.
What's the
What is
special
the price?
price?
Like, what is it?
Let me find it.
It's
okay, you get a 33% price reduction starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. It's a $20 game, so
Yeah.
whatever that is minus 30%.
Unfortunately, I was never interested in this game. Isn't it?
To be honest,
I like these kind of games.
This wasn't one of the ones I was looking at, but I mean, 33%, that ain't bad.
And they've added in some new stuff in the patch. Now there's an easy mode, which apparently was the single most requested feature.
I heard the game is hard though.
It is a hard game. I've not beaten it yet, but from what I've played, it's pretty difficult. So it's good to see they're adding in things that people wanted. This is something that definitely needed to be there. Boss checkpoints, because if you die from a boss, you basically have to start the whole level over, which sucks. So boss checkpoints is awesome. And there's a beast mode. It says this is an extra mode that is currently locked on the main menu. Once you've completed the game, it unlocks. And I guess now you can just unlock it from get-go. And there's a performance mode. We've been able to reduce the loading times between levels. We've also boosted the frame rate in many areas. That's good too, because the game does suffer from frame rate issues on the Switch. It says there's missing achievements. I didn't even know the game had achievements. And there's some bug fixes. So it's good to see that they're patching the game. This game came out a while ago, so I don't know what took this patch so long. But at least they are still working on it, so that's cool. A side note, it says that Switch sales of this
what's
game...
going on, but you keep cutting out for some odd reason.
Me?
I don't know. He's not cutting out on my end.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, it says that Switch sales were much higher than on the other systems. In fact, Switch sales are way beyond all the other systems combined.
That's crazy.
And last but not least, one stat that will still blow us away if we do not foresee Steam's 1-year sales even matching Switch's day 1 sales.
That's crazy.
That is insanity.
Now, if only Nintendo would fix their freaking eShop so more games can get discovered, then hey, you know.
Yeah, but you cannot see this game on the eShop anymore. It's
Can we just get a section where they put all the Weeaboo stuff in the back?
I guess tomorrow you'll see it in the sales section. So check it out. People, it's a good game. It's a hack and slash kind of game.
Yeah.
So if you like side-scrolling hack and slash games, I think you'll enjoy this one. It's got an interesting story, good music, good combat. I think it's worth checking out, especially on discount, and now that they've fixed all these problems.
For sure.
But yeah, let's move on to something I think we've all been pretty excited for, and that's the Mega Man Legacy Collection. For 1 and 2 are now out for the Nintendo Switch. So this is I believe it's the Mega Man X 1 through 8 games. Let's see here. Just want to double check. Oh, this is Mega Man 1 through 8, so that's the other one. This is the one that I was not interested in. My bad. I thought this was the Mega Man X collection. So you can grab both collections for yourself digitally via the Nintendo eShop with Mega Man Collection for $15 and Collection 2 for $20, or pick them up in retail. And there's an exclusive Mega Man 30th Anniversary cleaning cloth, if you want that, for $40.
Shout out to cleaning cloths.
With all 10 classic titles coming to Nintendo Switch, it's a great time to catch up and relive your Mega Man moments before Mega Man 11 comes out, which is
Mia back there is cleaning.
My bad. I'm trying to adjust my mic. I didn't think y'all could hear that. My bad.
Oh yeah. You guys getting this Mega Man collection? I believe Collection 1 is on cartridge. Collection 2 is a digital download.
I don't like when they.
I don't know. I don't think I'm really interested in this, to be honest.
I used to be a big Mega Man fan, but it's dwindled over the years, so I don't know. I'm just waiting for 11. That's okay.
I'm more of a Mega Man X guy, so I'm waiting for that collection.
Yeah.
But this is still cool. All 10 Mega Man games on the Switch. For whatever reason, Capcom being Capcom, only half of them are on the cartridge, so that sucks.
Shout out to Capcom.
I wish they'd stop doing
trying to cut corners so they can make more money.
Oh, it does have Mega Man Amiibo functionality as well. So it says Mega Man Amiibo will unlock exclusive challenges for the Nintendo Switch. No, it's just gonna throw that out there before someone in this chat yells it out. Yes, there is stuff locked behind the Amiibo in this game. Relax. Okay, so let's move on to Icy. Icy is hitting the Nintendo Switch next week in Japan. This game kicks ass. I have it on Steam. It is a hack and slash side-scrolling game. You play this chick who has an awesome sword, and she does some crazy cool shit, and her name's Icy.
Isn't this already on the eShop in the West?
Is it? I don't know.
I think it maybe is. I'm thinking about Steam because
it's been on Steam for like over a year.
It's been on Steam for a while. I think it's over here.
I don't remember if it was over here too though.
I don't know. Let me check. This says it's for Japan.
Yeah, I'm about to go check too.
Yeah, let's check.
Let's check. This says it's for Japan. That's 1,000 yen, so whatever that is converted.
That's about $10.
Yeah, it's $10 on Steam, so that makes sense. This is a really cool game. I don't know if you two played it, but I have played it on Steam, and it is awesome.
I've seen it. You showed it to me once.
Daniel has it on Steam.
Yeah,
I've watched him play it.
Good game. It's very short, but it's awesome.
It's not on here.
It's not. Okay.
I don't see it.
That's what I thought, because I would have noticed it by now.
It doesn't seem like it's on here.
Yeah, it's not. It's not my bad.
Okay, so it's being announced. It's coming out next week in Japan. I would imagine we're gonna get it soon after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your eyes out open. Keep your eyes open for Icy. You guys looking for Icy or what?
Yeah, I was kind of curious.
I don't know. I might check it out.
All right. Well, let's move on to a game I'm pretty sure none of us care about, but we'll talk about it anyway.
Oh my gosh.
RBI Baseball 2018, now listed with a July 10th, 2018 release date for Nintendo Switch. RBI Baseball on the Switch just keeps seeing its release date slip further and further back. While we don't have an official confirmation on another delay, multiple retailers are showing the game being bumped back to July. If this becomes official, we'll be sure to share. So I didn't realize this game keeps getting delayed, but apparently it has, and now it's been pushed back to July 10th. Does anyone care?
No.
Me either. Let's move on. Okay, Runner 3. Runner 3 crosses the finish line on Nintendo Switch. This is a exclusive game for the Nintendo Switch that is the third in a series of endless running cell phone games, as far as I'm concerned.
The series is actually pretty good. I like it.
Looks mediocre.
I like the one.
But if you like it, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
It says In addition to the unflappable main character, who is simply known as Commander Video, Runner 3 includes several surprising playable guest stars, including Shovel Knight, that's pretty cool, and Eddie Riggs from Brutal Legend, that is random. The legendary Charles Martinet performs double duty in this game as both a playable character and the narrator, and that is the voice of Mario, if you guys do not know that. Runner 3 includes many wonderful features that are new to the series, like branching paths, my god, item shops, and vehicles that players can take for a spin. The game also offers new playable characters, new gameplay modes, new moves, and an assortment of hero quests and retro challenges. This game is $40. That is a lot of money for a Endless Runner. But
that price
the
is
launch
little...
edition, that's a little high. That seems like a $20 game to me, but whatever. Switch packs to the rescue. It's rated E10. The launch edition includes the cartridge, a full-color instruction booklet, a soundtrack sampler mini CD, and a Commander Video character strap that lights up. Okay. There's no picture of what this strap looks like, but okay. So you guys interested in this Runner 3 exclusive Nintendo Switch game?
I actually am, because I like the other Runner games. Like I played the Runner game on Wii. I don't remember the name. I guess it was called Runner 2. I don't know. And then there was some other ones on the Wii back during the Wii days that I actually really enjoyed. It's like a mix between like a runner, and it's also kind of like rhythm based. So like when you're jumping, like you're trying to do it with the rhythm of the music. So it's a pretty cool series. But that price tag, I might have to wait for that price drop because I ain't really
because
it's $30 in the United States.
You can get Rayman Legends for half that.
Yeah.
And I can bet you, even without playing this, that Rayman Legends is a better game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. At $30 though, I'm gonna have to wait for that.
Not
price
30,
drop.
40.
Well, it's 30 in the States.
This is the States price.
I'm looking at it on the eShop right now. It's $30.
Oh, the physical version's 40 then.
Okay. But yeah, so it's a good series, but I don't know about that price. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna have to wait for that price drop.
Just wait for the eShop sale, I guess, when 6 months to a year, who knows. But yeah, another platforming game, Endless Runner style. I don't know. I like platformers, but not this kind of. I don't like Endless Runners. Coupon, what about you?
Not interested.
Not interested. My God. All right, let's move on. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle Gold Edition hitting retail by the end of June. Donkey Kong Adventure DLC due out in the same month. We are so close to the Donkey Kong DLC. There's a bunch of videos out. IGN, Game Explain, Switch Force, all those guys that got early access to the Donkey Kong DLC for Mario Rabbids. It is a separate story-based DLC, and apparently it's 8 to 10 hours long.
That's lit.
That is some freaking awesome DLC. And not only do you get Donkey Kong, you also get a Cranky Kong Rabbit as a playable character.
That's pretty funny.
And it's pretty awesome. I was watching some gameplay. You actually play the game differently than you do the standard game. They changed up the gameplay, so it's basically its own game.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to scoop that DLC because we already have the base game. So
yep, I got the base game too. They are re-releasing the game. This gold edition is re-releasing. The front of the box will be gold, and Donkey Kong's face is in the corner. I'm not sure of the price. I think it's $60, but the article doesn't say. It might be $80 and just include the game and the DLC price. But if you get both for $60, that'd be cool. Because I think the DLC separately is $20.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's worth the $20, man.
I think so. It's 8 to 10 hours, a story campaign. That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty excited for that. I still need to beat this game. I'm on World 4. I'm gonna wrap that. Maybe that's what I'll play next, I guess. All right, solve my own problem. Yeah, I gotta run through this before the DLC comes out because I definitely want to play as Donkey Kong.
When does the DLC come out now?
June. It comes out like a lot around the same time as this gold edition. So yeah. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Have you guys played this game at all, or?
I haven't played yet.
Yeah, I have. It's pretty good, man. Like it's dope.
It's surprising.
Yeah, like I like stuff like this. You know, I play like a lot of like strategy games on PC, like XCOM and like Atlas reactor and stuff like that. It's pretty lit, man. It's pretty good. And it's not even like one of those kind of games that's like, okay, well, we're gonna take a popular character to, you know, mainstream this genre a little bit and like turn down the gameplay. Like, nah, that similar gameplay that you would expect in a game like XCOM and stuff like that is still there in this game. So
yeah, it's actually like a very difficult game.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting this game to be as difficult as it is.
Yeah,
it's actually got quite a bit of challenge to it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Good game. But yeah, let's move on. Donkey Kong's killing it right now with Tropical Freeze, and now he's making his way into Mario Rabbids. He's taking over a Switch game. Okay, now on to some unfortunate news. If you're one of those people who hacked their Switch, Nintendo's coming for you. If you didn't see this coming, I don't know what to tell you, because Nintendo don't play when it comes to hacking. Nintendo is now banning various Switch owners from going online, including members who have including at least one member of the homebrew scene. Nintendo's blocking you from playing online. They're even blocking you from accessing the eShop. So if you have 2 Switches, maybe it's worth hacking one. But if you only have 1 Switch, I would advise you don't hack your Switch, because Nintendo is going to block it.
Facts. This is why you don't hack your system until the end of its life cycle.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna learn, okay?
You don't hack your brand new system in the first year of its life cycle.
If you hack it, you don't let the whole fucking world know about it.
Facts.
So it gets back to Nintendo. You keep that shit to yourself. Facts. You enjoy your hack. At the end of the life cycle, you can let people know, hey, yo, I figured this thing out. And then if they want to ban you from it, it doesn't matter because they're moving on to another system anyway or whatever. But don't tell the whole world. Like if you're a hacker by nature, you know you're gonna hack it. You're not listening to anybody, so just hack it. Enjoy your quiet life hacking your system, and no one has to know about it. But when you go to these news outlets, get to a hold of it. Who you think is gonna listen? Who you think is listening?
Yeah.
That's why I get so mad at these people. It's like, you have a good thing going right now, and you go to tell the whole world.
That's what happens. But this part's really funny. It says one of the accounts that was banned is the actual creator of Homebrew himself.
Oh, wow.
It says he has reached out to Nintendo to see why he was banned, as if he didn't know why.
Obviously.
And Nintendo basically said they're going to keep his ban in place due to violations of the end user license agreement. Can you just imagine how that phone call went to Nintendo? Why you guys banned me? All I did was hack your stupid system and put a bunch of illegal games on it. Why'd you ban me, bro?
What's really funny though? The funny thing about this is, like, I don't understand why these people don't reach out to Nintendo and try to work with them to make the system better legally and maybe get paid for it. But hey, whatever. Do you. Just next time, keep your mouth shut. Keep it to yourself. Enjoy it while it is. And then toward the end of the cycle, then you can
Moral of the story, kids, people.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Just wait until the end of the generation before you hack your system.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just wasted your system. Let's carry on. You guys have anything else to say about this homebrew stuff?
Just gotta stop talking.
Yeah. So you guys gonna hack your system tomorrow or what?
Absolutely.
I mean, you wouldn't know about it, that's for sure.
Facts. If I was doing it, you wouldn't know. Facts.
I'm a tweet them that you did it anyways. All right, let's move on. The next Pokemon Go Community Day is scheduled for June 16, 2018. I don't play Pokemon Go anymore. I was really big into it, like most people, when it first came out, but I fell off, not gonna lie. Once it stopped being sunny outside, I stopped playing. But they've added a lot more Pokemon. They're adding the Gen 8 Pokemon to Pokemon Go now as well, so that's pretty cool. And this Community Day is basically a redo of their last one, which is a colossal nightmare. Nobody can catch all the Pokemon, and I think they even got sued over it. So it's pretty strange that they're actually trying it again. But the main reason I wanted to talk about this is it kind of ties into another rumor about Pokemon. That's this Pokemon for the Switch remake of Yellow or whatever. is only going to have the original 151 Pokemon, Gen 1 Kanto only Pokemon. Some people were freaking out about this, but I kind of just assumed that's what we were getting when we heard the rumors that this was a remake of Yellow, because Yellow only had the first 151 Pokemon. So it is what it is. Pokemon Go shows that extra content can be added later. They're just starting with Gen 1, and then they can add more as time goes on. Have you guys played Pokemon Go at all, or what?
No, not at all.
I played it for like 5 seconds when I was waiting.
Damn!
I watched one of my co-workers play it, but I was just like not interested. But I have a question.
Yes.
How many freaking Pokemon are there now?
Like
does anybody
in
know?
Pokemon Go, or in general?
Just in general, the whole...
There's around 800.
Okay, and they thought we were just gonna... like I asked that question because most people who like they have to understand that if they're gonna put Pokemon on the Switch, there's people who are coming back to it, people who have never played it, and people who are used to it. So you have to take into account the people that never played it and the people who are coming back. They might want to come back to something familiar. So if you got over 800 freaking Pokemon and you start to smack dab in the middle, that's too much. You gotta start them somewhere, and it's better to start from the beginning. It makes sense. I don't know why people.
It feels like Nintendo and Pokemon Company want to basically hit the reset button on Pokemon.
Right. And it makes sense anyway. It makes sense. It'll get the new crowd. It'll get the people who never played, the people who are coming back, and obviously people who know about it can just jump in.
It's like even the most hardcore Pokemon fan can admit some of the Pokemon they're making are the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah,
there's a Pokemon that's a fridge.
That is hilarious.
There's a Pokemon that's a chandelier. There's a Pokemon that's literally a pile of garbage, and his name's like Scrubbage or something.
When we played Pokken Tournament and I saw Chandelier, I was just like, what the fuck Pokemon is this and why?
I think they've gotten to the point where they just look at the desk they're working on. Oh, we need a staple Pokemon. Yeah, oh, we need a hole punch Pokemon. Oh, we need a printer Pokemon.
Let's get a keyboard Pokemon or something like that.
I think they need a break and they just need to restart Pokemon.
But the real question is, in the new Pokemon, are we gonna get Pokemon that look like Joy-Cons? Because that would be kind of lit.
They'll probably be one. I wouldn't even put it past them. I'm pretty sure we'll get a Joy-Con Pokemon at some point.
But you know,
but
at some point,
nostalgia is a powerful thing. Yeah. So going back to Gen 1,
they'll call them Joymon.
Joymons.
At some point, like long-standing franchises have some type of reboot at some point. So
yeah, of course, because they need to like reset and go back to basics at some point.
It's time.
It's time. They've had 7 generations already. I don't think there's a problem.
And I'm pretty sure, like with the next Pokemons that come down the line, they'll introduce the older generations and stuff.
Yeah, like I think this one is more like a stopgap game, just so they can get everything ready, because it's going to be the first full-on HD Pokemon game. Like they've only had a year and a half of development time. You can't really expect it from the ground up remaking, like a whole reimagining of Pokemon in general. But you need more time for something like that. So they're gonna go with what they know works.
So there are no loot box Pokemon.
Oh my god, a loot box mon?
The Loopmon.
That would be bad.
He'll be called the Loopmon.
That's so funny.
No.
Microtransaction. Speaking of nostalgia, Nintendo grabs an N64 trademark in Japan. I think we all know what this means. N64 Mini on the way!
Yay! Because everybody wants that.
Nintendo has been snatching up trademarks left and right, and they're not done yet.
They can't keep their shit quiet.
Nope. The big N has now applied for an N64 trademark. This one is pertaining to a video game program's controller for Game Machine, joystick for Game Machine, TV Game Machine, and more. This article says there's no idea what they're going to use it for, but I think it's pretty clear. N64 Mini, NES Classic is getting they're going to resupply the NES Mini sometime this year. I think it's in July through September, and for the NES Mini, I mean. And we already had the SNES Mini, which had a lot more stock. Oh, really?
There's none nowhere where I'm at. They're just not around.
Oh, damn. Well, you can wait for the NES one. That's going to get resupplied in Japan. Not in Japan, in July.
I don't know.
But this N64 one, if they can get GoldenEye, which I'm not sure if they can because nobody knows who owns that game anymore. But yeah, it's like a clusterfuck. They have like a whole bunch of companies own parts of it now.
Oh wow.
So Mario 64, definitely. Mario Kart 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask probably. They can't get the rare games anymore unless Phil Spencer plays nice with them. It's possible, but the N64 is one of the best consoles ever. So a tiny one would be very exciting.
So we got jokes in the chat. Someone's like, "Can we get an Xbox Mini?"
Xbox Mini, what are you gonna play on it?
You got one now. It ain't got mini games.
Oh damn. Are you all excited for a potential N64 Mini?
Not really. I guess it depends on whatever the games are. It depends on that. I gotta see the games.
I have to be honest. I was more excited for the Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Super Nintendo one's the best one.
The best one, honestly.
Like this one sounds cool. Like I'm not knocking it. Like it definitely was a part of my childhood, and it definitely does strike a nostalgic chord for me. Yeah, but I wasn't like. But when I found out about the SNES Mini, I was like over the moon. But
like if we can get Star Fox 64, I'll be happy because
that's it's probably going to be the best Star Fox game again.
But one thing that I will say though is that I hope that I mean I'm still looking forward to seeing games like this on the Switch. Yeah. Like I would love to be able.
I would just rather all these games.
Yeah. But as we know, Nintendo's already said they have no plans for Virtual Console.
I mean, but that doesn't mean they won't bring classic games. Like I just want.
Yeah, they might pop them in randomly on the eShop. Hopefully they do.
If I would just not buy these fucking things, then they would bring that shit over to the Switch. But it's not. I know that, but
if they would just put these old games on the Switch. Like I think
if they put it on the Switch, it'd be better.
Like this right here, like this is good because it's like a collectible item. It's like a little trinket of what I love, gaming. But as far as the actual games themselves, I would just rather play them.
You know what they could do? Like they could make these little things into like Switch docking stations to make them look cute. You dock your station and then all that stuff. But give me the freaking games on the Switch, please.
Yeah.
Well, like here's a potential lineup. Let's say Mario 64, Zelda, Mario Kart, the original Smash, Star Fox 64. They could do Diddy Kong Racing, Pokemon Snap. Paper Mario, Pokemon Stadium, F-Zero, what else is a good one here? 1080 Snowboarding, Kirby Crystal Shards, Bomberman 64, there's some fire-ass games, Yoshi's Story.
Yeah, the GOAT.
That's some good shit. Harvest Moon 64, like some of the Mario Party games were decent on there too. Like there's some good shit. And if they get WCW versus NWO Revenge Wrestling, that's a day one!
I feel like Crystal Shards was such a slept-on Kirby game, and to be honest,
it was.
Yeah, that's one of the best Kirby game since
one of the best.
All-Stars one.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Definitely up there at the top.
It's definitely better than that latest one we just done. But that's about it for N64 trademarks. I don't think we'll see anything else. I would imagine it's going to be an N64 Mini based on their recent history with these mini consoles. So yeah, as far as GameCube and Wii go and Wii U, I don't think we'll see mini versions. We'll probably get remasters and ports, which we're getting all the Wii U games anyways. Yeah. But let's move on to something interesting. Indie Dev Survey shows Switch as their favorite console. Takes second place overall in popularity, losing only to the glorious PC. So if we look at the breakdown from the Indie Summit here of what consoles and platforms they like the most, 47.5% prefer PC because it's a little cheaper to make games for PC. Then as far as consoles go, 32.8% for Nintendo Switch. As we've seen, indie games sell like gangbusters on the Switch. And then next is 11.5% for the PS4. Mobile is 6.6%. That's pretty low. And then Xbox One is so low it doesn't even get a percentage.
Wow.
Actually, the percentage, I think, looking this up, it was like probably one. There was only one.
It's got to be like one.
Yeah, when they did it, it was just one indie dev that was willing to put their stuff on.
That's wild. That is wild. They said the devs like the curated Switch eShop and think the Switch has the healthiest market at its present state with a broad consumer range. Devs are designing for the Switch first as it presents the biggest opportunity for indies right now. And that we have seen over and over and over again. We just talked about it with Wolverblade, how the Switch version has outsold all the other platforms combined. We've heard stuff like that with Celeste. We heard it with Blossom Tales and numerous other indie games. Even Shovel Knight, which has been on everything, still sold the fastest on the Switch. Like, people on the Switch love indie games, and that's definitely because of the platform itself being hybrid system. It works really good for indie games.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' thoughts on this? Nintendo Switch gang taking over the indie scene.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And I can say that the feeling is mutual because the Switch is currently my favorite platform for indie games. So keep bringing them.
Same here.
Keep bringing them.
PC and Nintendo is where I get my indie games. If I don't feel like it'll work for me, I'll go PC. If I think it's better for me on the Switch, then
one thing that I can say is that one thing that I would love, because y'all know I play like the most random stuff on PC. I wish those could come to the Switch. Like, I need more strategy games because, like, you know, Fire Emblem, I don't know when that's coming, so I would love. Yeah. But right now, Earthlock is kind of satisfying that desire to play strategy games, but I'm with it. I wish that other developers felt this way, but you know. Yeah,
it's mostly just indie devs for now.
I'll take what I can get. I mean, Switch is not my only platform, so it's not like I'm, you know, hurting for others.
Yeah, none of us are hurting for options here.
But I would love it if, you know, if it wasn't just the indie population or the indie developers who felt this way.
Yeah. Like, we saw a Battlefield 5 trailer today, no Switch version.
Yeah, of course not.
Stuff like that should come to the Switch. We'll see. Let's move on to our buddy Kimi-chan. Forbes Japan named Nintendo's Tatsumi Kimishima one of the top 10 CEOs in the world. Look at his smile. Look at this man. Look at this man.
I love this guy. I really do.
This guy's the savior of Nintendo, as far as I'm concerned.
Facts.
Forbes Japan has put out their annual list of top 10 CEOs in the world, and this time around, we see that Nintendo has made the list. Tatsumi Kimishima managed to snag a spot,
in such a short
time. Quite an honor indeed. You can see he's keeping up the company in the top 10 below. The other ones are companies that don't really matter. Other than
Kraft Foods, Campbell's
Kraft Foods, number one. Okay,
international.
You would think like Apple and Google would be at the top, but
well, Google's like right above Nintendo. Dang, IGN.
The link. Oh, this Dr. Trey will be happy. LinkedIn made the list.
No.
The LinkedIn lurkers.
The LinkedIn lurker. His CEO made the list.
No.
Oh my god. Even better is that he was just a sit-in for the current CEO,
and
he still made this list. Like that takes
crazy.
Freaking that's awesome.
Wild.
That's wild. I wasn't even the real CEO, y'all family. I was just here sitting there waiting. I was warming up. I was warming the seat for the other guy, and I still made the list.
That's how you know, like, he's
pop that collar.
That's how you know he's so good. Like, you can't deny what this man has done in a year. It's so nothing short of incredible.
Like, he definitely helped the transition between.
I'm glad he was in
the Switch. Yeah, it was right person, right place, right time.
Yeah. Not much else to say. Everything he's done with the Switch has been like nailed it. There's been no flaws with the Switch so far as marketing. The only kind of hiccup was the supply chain, but that's out of their control because Apple was buying up all the RAM.
Right.
So that's completely unavoidable. But everything else they've done, they killed it. And Apple didn't make the list, but it is what it is. That's really cool to see. I forgot the new guy's name. That's the Captain Toad looking dude. But hopefully maybe he can make it on this list one day too.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope.
And here's some more nostalgia for you. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show is now available on Netflix.
Now, I gotta go watch this.
I gotta go back and watch this. That was my childhood.
If it is not on Netflix Canada, I'm gonna be so sad.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I used to watch this all the time growing up.
This is my religion for the
This
longest.
is a great show. And we all know how the movie turned out, which was not great. The show
I don't know what
was
you're
actually
talking
excellent.
about. There's a movie?
King Koopa had cornrows, bro.
Wait, but I don't know what you're talking about. There's never a Mario movie. They're about to make one soon.
King
Koopa
Koopa had cornrows, bro.
Excuse me, I said they're about to make a Mario movie. Never has.
It's gonna be the first one ever.
First one
So
ever.
pretty. Oh my god.
If you didn't know, Mario actually had a TV show back in the day, back when we were kids. So it's cheesy, definitely. It's got
Very
80s
cheesy.
cheese to it, but it's
good cheese.
It's good cheese.
It's
good cheese. It's not
mozzarella
like
cheese.
Oh, didn't the actor for Luigi pass away recently?
in the movie.
In the no,
I
the
think it was
TV
the
show.
live action movie actor died.
That no, the guy who played Mario, I mean Luigi in the movie was John Leguizamo.
Yeah, John Leguizamo's not dead.
Oh, is that
He's
the
not dead.
animation
Yeah, I'm talking about the
one?
guy in the TV show.
Oh,
which we're
damn,
talking
that's
about.
That's
He's
it.
the one that passed. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You know
was
what,
about to
I'm
say,
gonna
like,
check
what? Like, that's
I'm
I don't know. I know one of them.
Yeah, I'm like John Leguizamo's still alive.
So I'm gonna
Technically.
check Mario right now. We better have that shit.
I think it was him. It was either Luigi or Mario or both. They're old as.
No, it's not on my Netflix.
Well, I could let you watch it through my Netflix via Rabbit. We could do that.
Okay, what is this? I can watch Pokemon. I can watch Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's about it for Nintendo
Shout
stuff.
outs to Netflix
And
Canada.
Pokemon X1.
Y'all gotta step it up.
Netflix Canada just do not like y'all.
That's not great.
They don't like y'all at all. Like, what do y'all have?
Ugh.
They
I
probably
got Terrace
they have
House.
what? They have what?
Terrace House.
Oh gosh. I don't even know
That show's
what
great.
is.
I watch all the seasons. You guys ever seen that
Okay.
shit? It's amazing.
Never heard of it.
It's a show. It's like a reality TV show with Japanese kids, and they all live in a house together, and they do crazy stuff.
I bet y'all have all the seasons of Degrassi too, huh?
Of course, Drake.
Degrassi.
You guys remember Drake as a rapper? I remember him as a basketball player who got
Absolutely
shot.
not.
And
I
ended
used
up in
to
a
watch
wheelchair.
Degrassi
No,
back
thank
in the
you.
day. When he
That's
was in
how
that,
I know Drake.
when he was in that wheelchair.
Look
He
at
was
how
in a
nostalgia derails us.
That's why I can't take Drake serious. Like, bro, you still like Jimmy to me, bro. Like, chill.
When he's singing like he started from the bottom, now he's here. That dude was in a wheelchair. Now he walks.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's
What
like
bottom did you start from?
right. It's like, bro, you were an actor. What do you mean? Like,
Wheelchair boy.
Hey, man. You're not gonna disrespect Drake, all right?
but then again,
He's
you
one of-
never know how much
Drake
those
is
kids
He's
were
one of
getting
Canada's
paid.
greatest gifts to the world. Okay.
But you never know how much
Okay,
those
guys.
kids were getting paid though. Like off topic, those
Probably
kids,
not.
They probably weren't getting paid that
right?
much.
They were
Not
probably
back
getting
then.
paid beans or something. They're like,
Like,
great.
Could've
it's
been.
like, this is good money for you. Like, nah, fam, I'm pretty sure you're jipping me.
Okay, so now we're gonna go from nostalgia to numbers.
Oh, Jesus.
April 2018 MPD numbers are in. Nintendo Labo, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze,
Uh-oh.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe,
Oh, no.
Super Mario Odyssey,
What?
all in the top 10 for April.
Oh, shit.
So let's talk about money here. 823 million. That's 18% up from 700 million from last year for Nintendo. Or that might be the total. Hardware is 225 million, up from 195. PC and console software 359, up from 317 million. Accessories 241 million, up from 187. There's a lot of accessories going on here. Year-to-date spending across video games, hardware, software, accessories, and game cards is up 15%. So that's a total of $4.2 billion being spent on gaming this year. That's absolutely crazy. Software, Nintendo Labo debuts on the charts. Nintendo Labo Variety Kit debuts as the 4th best-selling game of April in dollar sales, while the Robot Kit came in at 21 on the charts. Ooh, the Robot Kit not doing too good.
Nope. Nobody cares.
It's too expensive just for the one game. At least the other
Yeah,
one could be
really.
like 5 games or 6 games, whatever it is.
They're gonna have to rethink that one.
Yeah.
I hate EJ. Oh my god. No,
What?
not EJ. Bad latency. That is the most disrespectful
Labo.
thing
Oh my God.
ever.
Labo.
Oh my
Crazy
god.
of things.
Yeah, we already knew that Sea Thieves more than half of their player base was from the free trial of Xbox Game Pass.
I hate you badly.
We already heard they lost half their player base once the free trial was over, and I am part of that base that left after the trial. That game is terrible.
I'm in pain today, and I can't laugh at that boy that I won. Like, oh my god.
I'm sure Neo's gonna really appreciate this. PlayStation 4, the DualShock 4 is the best-selling controller of all time.
Oh gosh.
PlayStation 4 hardware breaks records. Sony's PlayStation 4 is the best-selling console hardware in April, and remains the best-selling console hardware year to date. PlayStation 4 generated the highest April units of sales for a console since April 2009 with the Nintendo Wii. The Wii has finally been dethroned. That's crazy.
Oh, Jesus. Take it.
And the highest April dollar sales for a console since the Nintendo Wii of 2008. So, it seems like all three companies are doing well. Gamepad sales are up. Gamepad spending increased 7% in April. And as far as software goes, number one, obviously, God of War, Game of the Year.
Woo! Game of the generation.
It's debatable, but it's definitely Game of the Year.
He's gonna say Mario's Game of the Generation. This guy.
It is. Number 2 is Far Cry 5. I've not played that yet, but I'm hearing it's pretty good. Number 3, MLB 18 The Show. That's 2 exclusives in the top 3 for Sony. That's impressive. Number 4, Labo Variety Kit. Number 5, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I'm happy to see Donkey Kong get off that list because it sold like trash on the Wii U.
Did it? Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, well, it only broke 1 million after the price went down to like $20. So, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze outsold the Wii U version in 2 weeks.
Well, I guess nobody had a problem with that price tag.
They just had a problem with the console. Mario Kart 8 is still climbing. It's at number 6. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still in the top 10.
Y'all not gonna get a 6. You never get a GTA 6. Ever.
Who doesn't own this game at this point?
That's wild.
What it is,
aren't they at 95 million? I think they're at 90 million units of that game sold already.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is never gonna stop selling.
That's almost all PS4s and all Xbox Ones combined. Almost. Call of Duty
Grand Theft Auto officially came out 2013. 13?
Yeah.
2012? I think
because it was on 360 PS3 and then the next year it went to X1 and PS4.
Yeah.
Oh,
it might be 2012. Yeah.
Are you serious?
For a while.
Yeah, the Rockstar has not put a game out this generation. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be the first game they put out this gen.
This game has been selling for 6 years straight.
Yeah, it was.
It's been on the top 20 list every month.
They dropped it in 2013, September 17th.
Crazy.
That is so crazy.
And it's still here.
Still here. Super Mario Odyssey, top 10, awesome. NBA 2K18, okay. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, still going. Zelda's in the top 20 at number 13. Monster Hunter World, still there. A Way Out actually made it on the list, that's not bad. Yakuza 6 is there, that's good. Sea of Thieves, number 18, oh joy. Kirby Star Allies rounding out the top 20, and then FIFA at number 20. So not bad. Nintendo's got quite a bit of stuff in the top 20. I think Kirby's the fastest selling Kirby game, right? That's what they're saying. Kirby Star Allies is the fastest selling Kirby game.
That's crazy.
Ever. It's pretty impressive considering how average it is. Nintendo Switch top 10 is number 1 Labo, 2 is Donkey Kong, 3 Mario Kart, 4 Odyssey, 5 Zelda, 6 Kirby, 7 Labo Robot, 8 Splatoon 2, 9 Mario Rabbids, 10 Pokken Tournaments. 3DS, don't care. And that's about it. So good shit. Nintendo's doing really good. Their games are selling, exclusives are selling, and PlayStation's doing pretty good too. So it's just one console that's not. Let's move on to Nintendo changing up how they're selling the Switch, at least if you live in Japan. Nintendo is now selling the Nintendo Switch without the dock in Japan if you buy it directly from their Nintendo website. So the Switch costs 32,378 yen, which translates to about $300. This dockless version is 26,978 yen, which is about $245. So there are some drawbacks. One, you do not get the dock, obviously, but you also do not get the Joy-Con grip. You do not get an HDMI cable. So you're missing quite a few things, and also you do not get the AC adapter. Nintendo is positioning this as a secondary Switch, so it's aimed at people who already own a Switch and want to buy a second one for family or just for a second room, I guess, or whatever. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, Japan would be the target audience because most people in Japan want this as a portable device. What do you guys think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think they should bring this over to the States? What do you think of the price?
I think they should bring it over.
Yeah, they should definitely bring it over.
There's some people that would just prefer to just get a Switch by itself, and then maybe they could buy the dock separately if that's up to them, but or buy some kind of third-party dock or something. But
well, definitely don't do that.
That's a weird, that's a weird thing that I don't understand why. Like, I understand that they're doing this as like it's like a separate thing if you already have one, but like you have to assume that people just want a cheaper version of the thing that they want and just include an AC adapter. I don't like, how much more is it to add a freaking USB-C adapter?
That's kind of dumb that you can't at least have an AC adapter in there.
That's the same thing they did with the new 3DS.
And I wasn't perturbed about it because I already had a 3DS, so I already had a charger, but there was a lot of people who wanted to get a 3DS for the first time, and they had to go out of their way to buy a separate charger. It's like, how stupid is that? I don't like that.
The difference though with this is like, at that point, the 3DS has been using that same charger for 3 generations.
True.
Yeah.
So a lot of people already had them. The Switch is new, and Type cables are relatively new, especially Type-C AC adapters. So I don't think they should have taken that out.
At least keep the adapter in there.
Yeah, dropping the dock and the grip is whatever, but that charger should have been included because not everyone's gonna have a Type-C USB adapter.
I mean, but you can use any USB-C. Like, you don't have to use the Nintendo brand.
Like, I use that one from Anchor that I bought on Amazon. I use that one. I charge it in the car.
I have a third-party one too that I use.
It's just the docks you have to be careful about.
It's just the docks, but the only thing is, like, even though there's alternatives, like, it shouldn't be a thing in the first place. Like, you need a way to charge your device.
There's actually no way to charge this out of the box, which is pretty funny. Again, it's they're selling it as a secondary option, but like, options aren't a bad thing. Like, it's cool that they're offering this. I'm not sure if this would work too well in the States and
probably
North America. Like, I think if they brought it here, they would have to give a charger though.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know. The Type-C cable's not widely adopted yet.
Yeah, that's true. But are they that expensive to where they can't?
Well, if you get the Nintendo one, it's $30.
The Nintendo one, you mean the one that has that, like, 20 of those dollars is because it has a Nintendo logo?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, let's see. Let's go on Amazon real quick. Type-C charger. How much is a Type-C charger? So this one is $18 from Samsung. So, and that's Canadian, so it might be $15 for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, something like this would work. I don't know if they would charge it as fast as the official one, but as an option.
Well, it is.
What do you guys do you think this is smart, or do you think they should just only do dock?
The price doesn't seem right, even for, like, the fact that you're not getting.
Yeah, considering how much you're losing, you're only saving what, $55.
You might as well just get a full-on Switch with dock and everything else, because you're not saving much.
Yeah, that's true. Now that I think about it, the price is $245.
The price. I'm sorry, that price is. I'm just looking at it.
$100, right?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, you don't get Joy-Con grip, you don't get the AC adapter, HDMI.
They should take off at least.
Oh yeah, you don't get the HDMI cable either.
Yeah, and you're going down to $245 from $300.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Just give me the whole fucking package. No.
See, that really shows you that dock is so unbelievably overpriced.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Because, like, if you use their logic, that dock costs $80,
and the dock itself is cheap in its design anyway.
Yeah.
All the thing that we're paying for is the HDMI port and all that stuff. But the rest of it, the plastic on the dock is
it's definitely overpriced. Like, I don't know,
overpriced.
maybe bringing it down to 200 is not feasible, but
Yeah,
you
because
should be
you
getting
how
more
much is
than
the dock by
this.
itself? $90, you said?
Yeah, the dock is what, $80, $90?
It's
Like 80 or 90
It's
bucks.
100, I think, in Canada, right?
Yeah.
It's 100 here. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's $90 with us. And no.
And think about it
So
like
then-
this: the new 3DS is $200. I paid $200 for my new 3DS.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like, well, I don't know. That was probably overpriced too, but I feel like if they really wanted to get the 3DS people, this is like slightly off topic and just in the same vein, but if they really wanted to get 3DS people over, if they bring it to the States, it would be wise if they would maybe bring it down to maybe like
they need to drop that price
$230 at the most.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get people in to, officially switch over.
Like, if it was this stuff, like $250 with the charger, I think is okay.
Yeah, $250 with the charger, but like without the charger, they need to bring it down to like
$230,
$230, something around
Yeah,
there.
$230.
It's a bit too much. The math just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But options are cool.
But
Maybe
it's still options. They should still bring it over, but they really need to think about the price, or at least, or add in the AC adapter at the very least, or something.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, if they bring it here, how marketing it might be challenging. Yeah, well, unless they sell it directly only from their site here too.
Yeah, they could always make it, because people who want one only, like without the dock, they're gonna find a way to get to this.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just came up with an idea, but it'll be pricey. But so they want to sit up here and talk about the way that Nintendo does a lot of family stuff and stuff. They could have like a family pack of for the Nintendo Switch, considering that they're about to have the family plan for their online or whatever, where you have two Switches. One of them has the regular everything, and then the other one has this, and it would be like maybe $350, $390 or something like that. You're paying for an extra Switch with nothing else, but you have a full-on Switch with all the bells and whistles or something, and it's a family plan. Like a family pack kind of sort of, just something food for thought, not really thinking too deep into it. But
yeah, we'll see. Hopefully down the road they can, eventually the price will come down, and you could probably buy just the Switch and the two Joy-Cons alone for like $200 at some point.
Or go to GameStop and get a used one if there is anywhere. Like I haven't seen any anywhere. Like or
Nintendo will start selling refurbished ones at some point. That's it's interesting. I didn't think they'd sell it this quickly. I thought we'd have to wait like another year or at least another 6 months before we started seeing this. So they're actually doing this a lot quicker than I thought they would. So that's interesting to see. I guess they want to make sure that the slowdown for the Switch does not happen.
Yeah, my only
They
concern now is the upgraded portion of the Switch, because when is that one coming?
Yeah.
You know they're gonna upgrade.
Switch Pro at some point.
Yeah.
And that's going to lead us to our next topic and our main topic, which is definitely part of this. Cloud streaming is now a thing for the Nintendo Switch because of Capcom. Resident Evil 7 cloud version is coming to the Switch in Japan. So how this works is you download 45 megabytes worth of the game. I guess this is some sort of key to access the streaming service. You get 15 minutes to play for free to try out the service. And after that, you spend 2,000 yen, which is roughly $20, and that gives you a ticket. This ticket allows you access to the game for 180 days. Now, you don't own the game, you're renting it basically, and you're streaming it through a cloud service. This is Japan only currently, and even if you do have a Japanese account, there is no English subtitles or voiceovers. So this may be a Japan-only thing. It may come to North America if this proves to be successful in Japan. Now, this is more just to get the idea of the main topic here. Is cloud streaming the way that the Switch is going to solve their third-party issues in the future? Because as we've seen with the Nintendo Switch, they make a lot of concessions to get games running on the Switch. We have games like even NBA has to cut the frame rate in half. Doom cuts the frame rate in half. Wolfenstein's going to be in half. They have lower than low settings for textures and stuff like that, all to get the game to run on the Switch and get it on the cartridge because of just the way the Switch is built. It's got a little more limited hardware than the PlayStation and the Xbox. This offers a way around that, but sacrifices the portability because you're not going to be able to get strong enough Wi-Fi to do this on the go. But you have access to games in higher quality than you would if you played it on a Switch cartridge natively. Now, what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is a viable way for third parties to get their games on the Switch?
Okay, so I have two things. Like, I understand why it's being done because of what you just said with how this is a good backdoor for like getting third parties that normally wouldn't, you know, run so well, or because of pricing and all that stuff. But what I'm looking at is that I see a very scary thing of us having to pay for time to stream on these games. Like, I don't know. I hope that won't be a case. I hope they just, you know, let us play or whatever. But then it says you get 15 minutes for free play, which is cool. Then you'll need to buy around $20 worth of ticket to play more, and you get 180 days. And then what's to say that, like, if this kicks off and it's really successful, that they don't start cutting those days down?
Right.
That's my fear. But
180 days is what, 6 months?
Yeah, and that's not bad. That's
a good chunk of time. Like,
yeah, you should be able to finish a game depending.
You're not beating a single player game within 6 months. I don't think you enjoy the game.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think it's not bad as far as timing. You get $20, you pay for 6 months. Not a big deal. My only concern is just the, you know, underbelly of this is when the time starts going down and the days start going down and you start to pay for, like, you know, minutes to an hour to, you know, just maybe certain amount of days for a streaming service. Now, on the good side, streaming itself, the fact that you can stream is a good thing because it is another way for Nintendo to get some of these third-party games that they normally wouldn't be able to, you know, get on the Switch. At the same time, like you said, you can't really stream on the go. It's not very lucrative in that format. But like, if you're at home just chilling or whatever, you should be able to stream seamlessly. Hopefully, if the service is, you know, up to par and everything. So I see the good, I see the bad, and I see the in between of this. It's just a more of it's kind of like the age-old wait and see type of deal with Nintendo for me, and I hate that because I'm leaning on the darker side of this, and I'm just like, oh, I just hope that doesn't become a thing, because it's not just Nintendo. Like, if Nintendo introduces this, it becomes good. I question when the other you know, companies start jumping on it and start making it bad. You know, that's the only thing. Because Nintendo does good things sometimes, and then other companies jump on and take those good things and just blows them out of proportion. This is good. It's not bad in any circumstances. It's just I have my concerns, you know. But that's me.
All right, Nia, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, we've talked about this before on Team Red. I think it was before the Nintendo Switch officially launched, and we discovered that the Nintendo Switch was being designed by NVIDIA. And one of the things that we talked about is if Nintendo allowed NVIDIA services on the Nintendo Switch, that would be pretty lit. Like stuff like Shadow Play, which obviously didn't come to fruition. And stuff like Game Stream, which is NVIDIA's game stream service that allows you to purchase games through, I think it's the NVIDIA store, and then you can stream. I don't use it, but I believe NVIDIA has like their own storefront where you could buy games and stream them through like the NVIDIA Shield and stuff like that. I feel that the idea of streaming on the Nintendo Switch is not a bad idea at all. I actually think it's a welcome and a very good idea because like I said, we talked about this like several months ago, like last year or sometime. And something that I've always wanted to kind of be an option to compensate for Nintendo Switch's anemic hardware. And I don't mean that I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like the form factor, there's no way you could have like the same experience on a handheld that you could have on a PC or one of these upgrade consoles. That's not me throwing shade on the Switch. It's just realistic.
Lies. Just throw shade, you guys.
Right. So it's like I always felt like that would be a very good alternative. But the only I guess the only concessions that I have for what Capcom is doing is, I'm not even gonna lie, it's the fact that it's Capcom, and I don't trust Capcom to follow through on certain things because they've found ways to like dig people down like in the past. and sometimes they do things right, like, you know, Monster Hunter is legit, like the Street Fighter collection looks legit, but when it comes down to certain things, man, you can't give Capcom too much, man. You kind of gotta give them a little bit of a side eye until they prove themselves.
Hold them reins hard,
right? So it's just like, if Capcom can bring this to the Switch and it is successful, and they do everything in their power to ensure that gamers can find some value in what they're doing, I mean, I'm for it, because like I said, I don't think the idea of streaming is a bad idea at all. I would prefer what I mentioned before, is if there was a way to do it through NVIDIA's, because in that way you own the game, because you're actually buying the game through a storefront that's elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? It's not like like this, like Capcom service, where you're doing whatever their little rinky-dink thing is asking you to do.
System. Yeah.
Right. Because there's a lot of people out there, whether it be physical or digital, they want to own their games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish that there was a way that people could actually own it and play it whatever they want, as long as they're connected to the internet. So that's my only thing, really.
The fact that you only get 15 minutes free, kind of sad.
I think that's just to see if your internet's strong enough to do it.
Yeah, true. It might be it.
30 minutes, maybe?
I mean, I think it's generous that they're allowing people to try it for free.
I like the idea. I like
the
concept.
I haven't seen any other streaming service that lets you try for free.
Exactly. Like if your internet isn't strong enough to do something, for example, like PS Now, you won't know it until you actually rent the game. So you're spending money just to see if it works. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's actually pretty nice of them.
Yeah, I say so too.
I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting.
I like the concept.
I guess they, for whatever reason, can't get the game on the Switch, or maybe they just want to try something different. I think it offers a very interesting way to solve their third-party issues.
Right.
It sucks for people that play primarily on the go, but that's not me, so I don't really care. So for docked people like myself, this is actually pretty interesting, because not only will you get access to games like this, you'll get a better version that the Switch could ever hope to offer you.
Exactly.
Because you're basically playing this off a super high-end PC.
Right. And
then just streaming it through your internet. So this version would be noticeably better, like 1080p, 60 FPS versus like 540p, sub 30 FPS on a regular Switch version. So there definitely are advantages. The only kind of worrying part is that, again, like you guys said, it is Capcom doing it. So there's probably going to be some more hitches that we don't know about. From what I understand, like you don't, not only do you not own it, but you also will lose your save files.
Right.
If you don't buy another ticket after 180 days, your save file will get lost in the cloud. Because your save file does not save to your Switch. The save file is also saved in the cloud. So, so there's that as well. So there are ups and downs to this service. I personally think it's pretty cool, just because it's you don't have to get a watered down version of the game. But at the same time, you lose that special thing of the Switch of being able to dock it, take it out, go around. Like you do lose that. Exactly. So if that's like really important to you, I can definitely see why people don't like this.
Because there's a lot of people out there, man, they would be willing to buy a watered down version of the game just so they could play it on the bus, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I just wish they would find a way to do both.
That would be ideal. That would be ideal.
Because like, if you can make a crappy version for the Switch to take around with you, that's whatever. But like, if you could have that version and the streaming version, so you could have a really high-end version too, that'd be cool.
But at the same time, this is Capcom, and they're doing it this way so they don't have to make another version.
Basically. Yeah, and this way...
This is the way for them to cut corners.
Yeah.
They're so cheap, they won't put the Mega Man collection on a cartridge. They cut that in half, and now they're cutting out the cartridge entirely. So,
which is crazy.
Capcom's gonna Capcom.
And if Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is digital only, I swear to goodness, I'm gonna go off.
Who cares? That's the Buster version anyways.
Definitely not.
But whatever. I think that's it for topics. I guess we can go into questions, and then we'll check the Discord. So people, if you have questions, leave it in the Discord chat here. Let's see. This one's from Dave J. Question, I won't be able to watch the podcast live. What free Nintendo Switch feature would you like to see in the future? Well, we're getting cloud saved, so I'm happy about that. I want native streaming to YouTube and achievements. I guess you could visit that as a feature. Those are kind of the major ones. And then apps, I guess, like YouTube and Netflix, stuff like that. What do you guys want to see?
Messaging.
No, yeah.
I would love to see messaging. I would love if they would add, if they would make the recording time, if they would give you the option to make the recording time longer for games. That would be pretty lit. And what else would I like to see? I can't really think of anything.
I'd like to see some photos.
Oh, you know, not using friend codes. Get rid of those.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Well, they kind of do that already. You can add people from.
You can still, you can use other things.
Yeah, that's true, but like, just get rid of.
It's still there.
I think a search by username would be a lot easier.
Yeah, like it's still easier than.
Yeah.
Friend code is so stupid. Okay, this is from Mohammed. What is the single best Nintendo game of all time?
Oh boy.
For him, Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario World is the greatest game of all time.
Super Mario World? Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I low-key feel like Odyssey surpassed it for me, man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm thinking about Super Mario 64. Super Mario World is pretty much the GOAT. Yes, you're right. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Odyssey's better than 64.
Yeah, Odyssey is definitely better than 64 at this point.
Yeah.
For me, the single best Nintendo game of all time. Holy crap, that is hard. Freak, I gotta go with. You know what? This is gonna sound like blasphemy. My favorite Zelda game of all time was A Link to the Past, but I think Breath of the Wild has officially usurped that for me.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
so for
I gave it too many points. What, Coupon?
See, I'm like, nobody's gonna agree with me whatsoever, but I still want to play this game, and I still want it to come back. Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's just a game I really.
That's your favorite Nintendo game?
Yes.
That game was life. So
I don't know why. I always go back to it. I always want to just have it near. I'm mad about it.
Xenoblade kind of just eggs.
Fun to me. I just loved all the indie stuff. Just being able to do what I could do, just put all that stuff together, and I just can see how that game could be so much more if they made it like an online type of doodad. Like it could be so much more.
I love a port for the Switch. I
just want two. I don't even want port for it. I just want two. Give me two.
I would play a port. I would play two. I would play them both. That game.
That's just me.
So good.
But like, but on a more serious note, it's Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. And
like those two are pretty much up there.
Because when I think about it, Zelda Breath of the Wild, that is a game that I've put so many hours into, and I can still play today, and the game came out a year ago.
Right.
I can't say that for Link to the Past, which used to be my favorite Zelda, and of course it's from a different era. But
it's so good though.
It's so good, but like Breath of the Wild got me, and like you can hunt, like it just.
I hope they improve on it though.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want them to.
They definitely improve on it.
Right, but it's just like the element of always having a different experience every time I go into that game. Because you remember like when Breath of the Wild came out and everybody kind of like tweeted their thoughts about what was happening, like nobody had the same experience ever.
Yep.
So I think that's just the variety in that game is just.
I need to go back there. I need to go. Since I can't have right now, I gotta go back to Breath of the Wild.
Xenoblade, why you got me thinking about that game now? All right, let's.
Cause it is a good game. It was a good game. It really was a good game, despite some of despite little
it has a lot of
It was
fun
a good
too.
game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. So the Zelda shields chose Zelda.
Well, you're a
And
Mario.
the
shield,
Mario
so-
shield
original.
chose Mario.
How
So
original.
how original?
Let's see, dude
original,
says, do
Mario.
you think that the Pokemon Company will have a Pokemon Direct next week?
No.
Okay, they do.
Did they say anything about
There's
that?
a rumor that there will be a Pokemon announcement sometime this month, so
E3 maybe?
We'll see what happens.
no, it's
That's
supposed to be
what
like a
I'm
separate announcement before E3
Oh
sometime this
wow.
month. So.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear
If
that.
they do, that'd be cool, but I would rather they wait till E3.
Right.
Well,
Like,
you know,
tell
I'm,
us
I'm
your-
of the opinion that Pokemon can announce something whenever and it'll still
They
be
can.
good, so
Yeah.
It's just like it would make Nintendo's E3 that much better, though.
true.
Yeah,
True,
definitely.
But again, it would overshadow everything else.
That's true.
That's possible because they want to make the whole show about Smash, so maybe it will be.
Yeah, they
something.
might have to.
Either way, I just want to see my goddamn Pokemon. Matthew Pipes asks, did y'all know that Nintendo had filed a trademark for a Bowser spin-off game a year ago? So what are the chances that we might see a Bowser game revealed at E3?
It would be lovely because we need Bowser of War.
Yeah.
No.
So I can find that picture.
Yes, we need
That's-
Bowser of War.
That's too corny. No.
It's too amazing.
We need Bowser and Bowser Jr.
Basically, what we need is this, and it's Bowser dressed up as Kratos, and then Bowser Jr. dressed up as Atreus.
And then Bowser giving like life lessons.
Don't burn
Don't be
shit.
sorry, be better.
Nah, it would be like,
That's
don't be sorry.
basically
just
the
fuck
greatest game that's never gonna get made.
Just like the Waluigi GTA game.
Yeah, just
Like-
like
like
Grand Theft. Wow.
That would be amazing.
Like, I'm telling y'all, these are some awesome games that we need. We need Waluigi and we need freaking Bowser of War. Like, we need them. They need to have.
But if they announce it this year at E3, I'll be super excited.
I'll be
'cause,
super
like,
excited because I love.
Slight spoiler: there is a section in Mario Odyssey which made me want a Bowser game more than ever. So hopefully that becomes a reality and that trademark isn't just a nothing. Let's see. We already talked about the cloud gaming stuff. We talked about cloud gaming. Do you think what's his name? Ikaruga is the mother of all bullet hell shooters?
I've never played it.
I've never heard of that.
It's turned into the eShop and it's supposedly like a big deal, but I've never
Is
played
that
it.
the name of the game?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, Matthew Pipes asks, we all know how corny Nintendo is sometimes. Say they do a messaging achievement and voice chat system. What wacky stuff should they do to make it more Nintendo-y to differentiate it from its competitors?
Oh,
He asked that last week.
that's a great question. Did he ask
It
that
is.
last week?
Yeah, he did.
Did he? I don't remember that question.
I remember him asking it. But we never got to it.
Basically, the achievement system, I would imagine it would be Mario Stars.
Yeah, Mario Stars or coins.
Or coins.
And for the messaging system, it would most likely have random Nintendo sounds when you send messages. And then
Right.
you would have
Like,
Nintendo
it'd be like the-
Mario emojis or something.
Or yeah, like the Mario jump symbol every time you send.
You know what they could do
Yeah.
is let you personalize that. You have like a jump sound or a coin sound or him dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Mario sound. Like that would be really Nintendo if they let you.
I don't
personalize it.
know what else they could do to the voice chat system to make it more terrible than it currently is,
Oh
guys.
my god.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they
You
can
have to
always
use
put it. They
one
can
phone
always
and
put
connect
it
it
on
to a
a.
second phone.
They can always put it on like a, on the old school phones that aren't smart or a rotary phone.
Oh, you gotta buy like
Oh no.
you gotta buy a flip phone from Nintendo that only gets
Yeah,
one
you
app.
gotta get those
Oh my
flip phones, phone rotary dial. Yeah, that would be awesome.
No. Oh my god.
I really hope that they do bring an achievement system and a messaging system. I would love them to Nintendo the shit out of that thing.
That would be
and
a
just
good
like,
way to
like an
Nintendo
entire
something.
emoji system of like Mario and Zelda stuff instead of like the dumb faces that we get on Facebook or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like if you wanna send, like if I wanted to send Daniel a message on like the Switch, it need to be like the kissy face with Peach.
Right. And if you wanted to send like a giant dong, it would just be a picture of Waluigi.
Oh gosh.
T-Dude asks, there is a rumor that Simon Belmont of Castlevania may be added to Smash Brothers for Switch. Do you think Namco, Bandai Namco and Nintendo will announce this?
Well, I don't even know if Bandai Namco is working with them.
I think HAL is working on this one, are they not?
Yeah, that's HAL again.
HAL is
So
working.
that's a whole other subject. So considering HAL is working on it this time, I don't think that's true.
Even still,
But
I could see it because
I
like,
wouldn't.
It's not like he wouldn't work. Like, he has a lot of move variety. He could work in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he could work.
I could see it because like Nintendo, like I heard somebody say this, I don't remember who. Like Nintendo has become like, what do you call it? Kind of like a representation of gaming. So like there's so many like classic characters that are not just Nintendo characters in the game. Like
They've had basically all the major characters.
Right.
They had Cloud, they had Solid
Pac-Man,
Snake, Mega Man.
Mega Man, right.
They've had all the classics in there. Yeah, Sonic's there. Basically, all that's missing is
Ryu.
Simon Belmont.
True.
Yeah, Ryu's there now.
Classic.
Yeah. So yeah, they're only missing Simon, so that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, like nothing is out of the realm of
I'm not
possibilities with
against
Smash Brothers.
And he uses a whip instead of a sword, so less
Thank
sword.
God, because so sick of sword
Oh
fighting.
my god.
Please, no more Fire Emblem characters. My
no
God.
more Fire
Like,
Emblem
just keep the ones you already have. Get rid of Roy or no, Lucina
Get rid
and
of
freaking
Lucina.
Corrin, and we're good. Like, get rid of Lucina and Corrin, keep Roy and the rest, and we're done. We're good.
Right, get rid of
Great.
Lucina. Just get rid of her.
Just get rid of her.
She should have been Crom to begin with in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been she's just a clone character with tits.
Hell, you can get rid of her. You can get rid of Lucina, Corrin, and Robin, and put Crom in and leave Roy, and we're good. I'm done.
But the thing with Corrin was a magic user, right? Or am I thinking about
No, it was
Robin.
what's his name?
Robin
was
a
a
magic
magic
user.
user.
Right.
I like
He also
Robin.
had
Robin was good.
Yeah. Magic user is cool because like you
Yeah,
can
he's
switch it
different.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can switch it up. Yeah, that's true.
Let's see here. They're talking about Doom for some reason. Did you hear the rumor that Star Fox Grand Prix is going to be the best looking game on the Switch?
If
Visually.
Retro Studios is making it, I don't doubt it.
I wouldn't put it past them, because they made the Metroid series, which is one of, if not the best looking games on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys know how to push hardware.
They have that Western mindset, so they know what people like visually over here.
Yeah, because like even if you look at Tropical Freeze, that's one of the best looking platformers ever.
It's very clean looking. Yeah, a lot of
those Donkey Kong hair physics are off the charts. So I wouldn't put it past them. If it's a racing game like we're hearing, definitely it could be like the Forza effect where the visuals would take the forefront.
Look at Mario Kart.
The Switch could do something like that. Yeah, the Mario Kart's a beautiful game that I think they could make a better looking game, but there's no reason they can't.
I remember when Mario Kart first came out on like the Wii U and everyone was like, I can't believe a Mario Kart looks this good.
Right.
It's crazy.
And then you play it on the Switch, it's like, damn, the Wii U version looks that shit.
Right. They definitely cleaned it up. So much better. Yeah, they cleaned it up.
Okay, now let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Talking about cloud gaming. What if the Japanese consumers who rent Resident Evil Cloud Edition end up in the top 10 Switch eShop charts and prove the world wrong? That would be great. Then we would get more streaming games, I guess.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it for questions. Unless you guys got anything else to say, we can get out of here.
I just want to thank everybody for coming through. I see a new person that I haven't seen before, Sonic 171000. That is a new person I've never seen. So shout outs to you, unless you're a lurker.
I hope you get a good Sonic game one day, Beth.
And I didn't do any shout outs today. Sorry guys, but my voice situation is not here today, so.
Oh, shit.
That's my bad.
Okay, Coupon, you got anything to say to the people before we head out of here?
Nothing much, just backlog is on the way. I'm not looking forward to it. That's it, that's all.
Okay, well, thanks everybody tuning into the show. This is our 70th episode of Team Red Talk Nintendo. Make sure to hit the like button on Nia's stream, and later I'm gonna upload it on my YouTube channel. Make sure to hit like there too, people. Spread the podcast, trying to make it grow. Follow us on Twitter. Mine is @ActiveSinGaming. I talk a lot of nonsense on there, and that's easily the best place to get hold of me, or of course on our Discord, which you should also be part of, especially if you want to ask questions. The Discord is the only questions we will answer.
Right.
And otherwise, you can go to the general chat, which is always wild, and there's always crazy stuff going in here.
Lots of shit.
Other than that, content will be coming. Nia, do you have content on the way?
Well, now that summer is here, I should be doing a lot more stuff on my channel. Except for during the 31st and the 5th, because I'm going out of the state, so.
Okay. Other than that, I guess we're out of here. We'll see you on maybe Monday for Mario Kart. I might be busy again. I know I've missed the last two. My bad. I might be busy a third week in a row, but if not, I'll be there for this week, Mario Kart. And we'll be back next Wednesday for another episode of Team Red Talks Nintendo.
Yay!
See you later, peoples.
Peace out, guys.